What's going on? You're doing good. All right, so look, in this video we're going to talk about purchasing power. We're going to talk about what it is and how saving in Bitcoin is going to help you defeat it and build generation income for the years to come, decades to come, long term. All right, let's get into it. Have you ever went to the store and noticed that the price of something has risen? Maybe like a bag of chips or something was like $1, now you see it's $1.50. You know what I'm saying? Your dollar has lost 50% purchasing power because 50% of a dollar is 50 cents. So now you need 50% more money to buy that same bag of chips that used to be only $1. You know what I'm saying? That's inflation. So your purchasing power has decreased. You know what I'm saying? So think of it like this. We know that the cost of rent and the cost of living goes up every year. You renew the lease, the cost of rent goes up every year. So let's say you make $3,000 a month. Now let's say your job isn't giving you a raise. Like you've been making the same amount of money at your job the last 2 years or whatever. They haven't been giving raises. But you know, rent has been going up, but you haven't been tripping because, you know what I'm saying? So let's say rent goes up, and let's say rent goes from $1,000 to $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So if instead of rent being a third of your income, now rent is 2/3 of your income. Now it's getting a little steep. Now you're like, hold on, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, yo, $3,000 has lost 2/3 of its purchasing power because at first rent was only a third. So $3,000, you still have 2 bands left over. You know what I'm saying? Pay your bills, other stuff. You have some money left over. You good, right? Well, now rent has gone up $1,000. Now rent is taking over 2/3 of your income every month. So now what you need to do, you either need to get the second job or you need to build you a skill and find a way, you know what I'm saying, to make some money so you can allocate for those reasons, you know what I'm saying? So that is purchasing power. That's an example of purchasing power, and have your dollars going down because you are making no more money. You've been making $3,000 the last 2 years. You've been making 3 bands a month the last 2-3 years. You've been chilling. Rent ain't been that expensive. Now next thing you know, they talking about, yeah, the way the economy is going, inflation and everything, you know what I'm saying? Inflation and everything. Yeah, your landlord's like, yeah, we're gonna have to go up in rent to account for that. But your job, you know, you can't go to your job and be like, hey, yo, rent just went up, so I need y'all to go up about $2, $3, $4, $5 on my pay so I can still make the same amount of money and have the same left over. Your job's like, well, that's really none of my problem. So you either need to start working more overtime or you need to build a skill so you're able to, you know, be able to make some money so you can allocate that towards your rent and then still have some money left. All right, so like since 2020, the purchasing power of the dollar has gone down 25%. I'm really sure I don't care about that. Like what you talking about, like I still got $1,000 in my account, everything. So I'm like, all right, well, if you feel like that, then you shouldn't be complaining about gas going up, groceries going up, electronics, etc., car parts going up then. Because imagine if, since the dollar lost 25%, imagine if your $1,000 in your savings account went to $750. You would be like, yo, what you calling customer service and everything, like, yo, what's going on? It's fraud. Someone scammed me. What's going on? Oh, no, sir, ma'am, that's not what's going on. The dollar has lost 25% of its purchasing power due to inflation. So we have to, you know what I'm saying, match that in your account so you understand how much purchasing power you have. You not going for that. Yo, I saved up, bro. I say stacked up for that 1,000. What you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? So they understand that you're going to be livid if that happens. So what are they going to do? The cost of goods is going to rise. Gas is going to go, you know what I'm saying, from $2.75 to $3. You know what I'm saying? First you $75, you know what I'm saying, was good to get a basket of groceries. Now you spending about $100 now, you know what I'm saying? Now they implement it like that, you know what I'm saying? But now you're not really caring about it too much, you know what I'm saying? You the cost of goods is going up, right? But you like, man, the gas going up, man, groceries going up, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, right now, what's the month? It's April, man. The NBA playoffs on though, so I ain't tripping too bad because I'm gonna just go home and, you know what I'm saying, get me whatever, and you know what I'm saying, put the game on. You know what I'm saying? March Madness just passed. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the Olympics is coming up. I ain't even tripping. The Super Bowl coming. The NFL ready to start in what, 4-5 months. So I ain't even really tripping about what's going. That's how they, you know what I'm saying? That's how they use the distractions of everything that was going on, because you ain't even caring about what's going on in the world. Like, yeah, the price of things is going up, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut the game on though. Man, the price. Hey, bro, y'all getting on Warzone, bro? What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? You hopping on Sims, you doing all type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, so now in this example, I'm gonna show you, you know what I'm saying, what that, if 5 years ago, if you had just put $1,000 in Bitcoin And then now you starting to realize how rent is going up way more than you thought it would and everything like that. I'm going to show you how much that $1,000 would have been worth now, and how the purchasing power has gone up with Bitcoin. And we've already talked about the purchasing power going down because of inflation and everything, cost of goods going up and services, stuff like that. All right, so I'm gonna put the screen recorder on the screen. All right, so let's go to 2020. Let's go to January 2020. Yeah. All right, January 2020. It said 8,000. Let's round it up to 10,000 for easy numbers. All right, and then now we know Bitcoin is $85,268. All right, so if Bitcoin was $10,000, $1,000 of that would be worth 0.1 Bitcoin. Because if you had $10,000, it'd be one Bitcoin. $9,000 would be 0.9 Bitcoin, etc., etc. So you have $1,000. That's 0.1 Bitcoin. Okay, so now that we got that, and as you see, the prices change in real time. So now that we got that, right? So let's say that now that's at $85,000. We gonna round it up and say that it's at, you know what I'm saying, we gonna say that it's at $90,000, just the easy numbers, right? So now to do the percent increase, we're gonna do 90,000, you know what I'm saying, minus 10,000, the new value minus the initial value, 80,000 divided by the old value, you know what I'm saying, that's an 800% increase on your money, right? Okay, well, we said that you have 0.1 Bitcoin. So now that Bitcoin is at $90,000, we're gonna do that 0.1 worth of Bitcoin that you have, because you didn't add to it, you didn't take away from it, you just put $1,000 in there. You're gonna see what it do 5 years later. Now we're gonna take that 0.1 and we're gonna times it by 90,000, the current price that we said Bitcoin was at, $9,000. So in 5 years, you just doing nothing, not just passive income. You put $1,000 in, 5 years later, now you got $9,000. Now, if you would have put that same $1,000 in your savings account and didn't do anything, you would still have $1,000. But that $1,000 would only be able to purchase $750 worth of goods, meaning that your purchasing power has fallen 25%. Now, as you can see with Bitcoin, your purchasing power, you have increased your money by 800%, and all you did was make a deposit and you didn't do nothing else. Now imagine if you had a whole Bitcoin, or if you had 2, 3, 4, 5 Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying? You have 50,000, 60,000 in there. We'd be sitting on some large, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? This is how Bitcoin is going to sustain you for the future and fight against inflation. You know what I'm saying? This is how, you know what I'm saying, you can build generational wealth with Bitcoin. Because if you keep your money in dollars, if you keep your money in the bank account, inflation is just going to take away the purchasing power. The banks, due to fractional reserve banking, are just going to loan your money out 10 times. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of times where, you know what I'm saying, the banks don't have money. Our money system, monetary system, is digits on the screen. They type it in, and that's how our money is, you know what I'm saying, due to knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But if you know, it's digital. You know what I'm saying? People be like, I don't understand the digital. Like, how do you mean? Bro, every time you swipe a plastic card, bro, it's digital. You're not paying with cash. If you're not paying with cash, you're paying digitally. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're able to control it. Bitcoin was created so we wouldn't have to go through banks and things of that nature in order to, you know what I'm saying, get access to our money. Now with Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, you put it in your wallet, you can send it however you want, and you don't have to go through no middleman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we on the Bitcoin standard, man. Shout out Chris Johnson, man. Shout out to Westlife. Shout out Bit by Bit. Shout out that dude OJ too, and the other dude that's on that podcast too, man. Hey, they really, you know what I'm saying, they really put stuff forward with that, especially that boy Chris, man. Hey, appreciate y'all, man. Hey, y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Comment BTC now. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this money, man. Bitcoin is our savings account. BTC, man. We on the Bitcoin standard, man. Hey.